The running back position in the NFL is about to have a resurgence. Shout out Derrick Henry. Shout out Saquon Barkley. But one running back is not getting enough hype. And we about to talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for rocking with us around the water cooler, and welcome to Water Cooler Talk Sports. I am Nick Frazier. And if this is your first time around the water cooler here, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for rocking with us here, man. If you like the content, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, and share the video, because we're trying to grow. We thank you so much for rocking with us. And after that, go over to Twitter and follow us on Twitter at CoolersPod23. Let's get into it, man. So, Jarquez Hunter, running back out of Auburn, is one of the running backs in this 2025 draft class that I feel that is not getting the hype that he should be getting. We're talking about a guy who had 1,201 yards rushing this past season, ended his career at Auburn as the fourth all-time leading rusher with 3,371 yards and 25 touchdowns. We're talking about that kind of guy. But why isn't he getting the hype that he deserves? Why isn't Jarquez Hunter's name in more of the analysts, more of the prognosticators, more of the people that sit here and do this for a living, that make these lists? Why isn't his name being said or being spoken about more? Why isn't there more hype about Jarquez Hunter not being one of the top running backs in this class? I got somebody that I want to blame for that, and I'm going to tell you who that is later on in this video. But before we get into that, Max Chadwick from Pro Football Focus, this is what he put out today. He put out a little graphic, and he said Jarquez Hunter's highlight reel is up there with the best running backs in the class. This is nothing new to us in the SEC and to us here at Auburn and Auburn fans. Nothing new at all. We know this about Jarquez Hunter. We know what type of running back he is. We know what he can do with the football in his hands. We know exactly what an NFL team is going to get. We know they're going to get a durable guy, a guy that's a hard worker, a guy that can be an every down type back, especially he could definitely be a first and second down back. I mean, what are you saying? Size-wise? Listen, this dude was squatting 600 plus 700 pounds in high school. This dude is built like a tank, like a rock. You telling me he ain't durable? Come on, man. You got to pay attention more to this, man. And the thing about it is, the hype around Jarquez Hunter has just been around some schools, the SEC, and of course around Auburn. Everybody in Auburn knew. Everybody and majority of people in the SEC knew what type of back Jarquez Hunter was and what type of back Jarquez Hunter will be in the NFL. They know this. They'll talk about size. What, 5'9", 210 pounds? What are we talking about, man? This man is durable. This man can carry the rock. This man can carry the load, because he did it this year when given the chance. When he was given the opportunity to do it, he did it. And when he did it well, and he did it exceptionally, and he did it above what people expected him to do. You're talking about a man in the Kentucky game rushed for 278 yards, and then comes back out off of a bye week, has a bye week the next week, comes back out against Vanderbilt and only puts up 50 yards. What are we talking about? Who do I blame for that? The coach. I blame the coach. Yes. I'm pointing right directly at the coach for that one. Talking about he was gassed in the second half. What? That dude that can carry the load, that dude that can run the ball, that dude that started out the game with a 15-yard rushing in that game, that dude was gassed in the second half? Come on, man. Stop it. Somebody playing in my face. Somebody is playing in my face. Jarquez Hunter deserves more hype than what he's getting right now. And I blame the coach for that. I blame the coach. And all Auburn fans that know that if you watch this channel, if you watch Water Cooler Talk Sports, if you watch this channel, you know who I'm talking about. Jarquez Hunter is a difference maker. Jarquez Hunter was a Heisman type running back that should have been in New York. Now, I know a lot of people sit here and say, well, you say that about a lot of people. A lot of guys are Heisman type guys. A lot of guys are Heisman Trophy X guys. Really? Jarquez Hunter was that guy. Jarquez Hunter was that guy. There were rumblings when Tank Bigsby was here that Jarquez Hunter was the better running back on the roster when Tank Bigsby was here. And we all know how good Tank Bigsby was. Some people may disagree with that, but a lot of people felt that Jarquez Hunter was the better running back. I'm telling you this, man. I'll say this. His career, the marketing, the exposure, the push to make him a more of a star than what so more people can understand what type of star he is. I'm gonna say it was mismanaged. It was mismanaged. I'm gonna say it. It was mismanaged. And maybe that's more of his persona too. Maybe because the thing about it is Jarquez is kind of more of a laid back type dude. Maybe he don't want that. Maybe he doesn't want that. That light on him. Maybe he doesn't. But the dude got the talent to where he could, where it wouldn't matter. I mean, where he can do it. It can be done easily. His talent speaks for itself. The thing, this is the thing I hate. I hate when there are great players in college that only the fan base and fan bases around that player knows how good he is. And then it impacts his draft stock when he gets ready to go to the next level. And then when he gets to the next level, you have these national pundits and national guys that write about this and do this for a living that make it seem as if this is a new thing. Well, if you were watching college football, guess what? If you were watching the SEC and if you were watching Auburn, and I completely understand if you were not watching Auburn this past year or the past 2 years because of the abysmal product that was put on the field. And a lot of fans will tell you that. I understand why you weren't watching. But if you were watching, if you did take a glimpse of the game and you saw that, you knew 27. You knew number 27 for Auburn was going to show up and he was going to give his all. And you were going to see the talent, the toughness, the grit, the strength, the balance, the speed, the quick. You were going to see it at any given time. And I'm upset because I watched this guy from when he was a freshman. I watched this guy when he was a sophomore. I watched him take over the reins as the starter his junior year, full-time starter his junior year, and then come in this year and rush for over 1,000 yards, 1,200 yards rushing in a game. I've watched him do it. I've watched him get progressively better and better and better and better every year he's done it, and he's averaged over 6 yards per carry every year he's had the ball. Every year he's touched the ball, he's averaged over 6 yards per carry. Jarquez Hunter deserves more hype than what he is getting. And I'm excited that someone on the national scene has finally decided to give that man, that guy, that back, the hype that he deserves by saying his highlight tape ranks up there with the top running backs in the country, which insinuates that he was not considered a top running back in the country if it ranks up there with the top running backs. Jarquez Hunter is a top running back.